Commissioners Court of JWC County is now in session. Please rise for a pledge of allegiance. I
Pledge of allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible,
with liberty and justice for all.
Honor the
Texas flag,
I pledge allegiance to thee, Texas, one state, under God, one and indivisible.
Okay. Line item number 3, public testimony. Anybody not in the agenda may appear before the court at this time.
We have one, Mr. Pineda.
Okay. Just state your name and we'll continue.
Okay, my name is Santiago Pineda. Some of y'all that know me, they know me as Jimmy, but it's the same thing. I'm here before you today to voice some concerns that has kind of bothered me for a little while, and that's in regards to our VA representation in this county, or lack of. I've been there a few times myself with nobody to talk to. Rocky's there right now, filling in, doing what he can do. Even though he's not a veteran, he still just gives us our travel pay and items like that. But my concern is in regards to the representation that we don't have for our veterans. I know a few veterans around town that I've spoken to or have spoken to me about that they go to different counties. One of them being Clayburgh, they go to Nueces, I myself go to Travis in Austin for help. I know this person, and it was given to me by another veteran that also uses somebody over there. So it's, there's veterans all over the place that are still available for information that if you need it, because it's in our nature to help each other. We're a band of brothers, and that's what we're here for. But anyway, my concern was, we need to have a representation in this county for our veterans that are needing information to the community. We don't see any visible representation from the veterans as far as information, how to go about getting benefits, or the new PACT Act, the burn pit issue that came up and that is now in process, and we can use. Some veterans still don't understand or don't know how to go about getting the information that they need. And I feel that with someone that is here, should be here to help us, to answer some questions, to give us information. Out in the community, we could be having, fairs to show our veterans that need help what's there, what's available, all the benefits that we get that we can. A lot of them don't know. A lot of them are in my age that are not savvy enough to navigate the computer or ask questions or call somebody else. So they just give up. And that's what's happening here lately. I appreciate your time. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Jimmy. Appreciate you being here.
appreciate it.
Okay, line item number 4, discuss, consider, take action to renew proposals for a new electricity contract and to authorize the county judge to enter into a future electricity contract with a provider chosen by chosen and terms determined by the Commissioners Court. Are you there, Michael? Or,
Well, there's a Chris Watson.
Yes, sir, I'm here.
okay, so, is this something that we're gonna consider, taking action on today, or is just reviewing it, or?
Well, that's up to y'all. I'm sorry, I'm having trouble with my camera. If you feel comfortable enough to move forward today, it's listed as an action item and we can go ahead and take action today. Or if you want more time, we can table it. The problem is these are variable rates, as you can see. Well, you may not be able to see, but these were recently updated right before lunch. This is what the market fluctuations mean, that you basically have to print one of these right before you meet. So what you're seeing today may not be available on another date if we table it.
Chris, who are you with?
Yes. Hi, thank you for having me. My name's Chris Watson. The company I work for is Five. We manage the electricity contracts for a little over 100 different counties, cities, school districts, and stuff across the state. But, and I apologize, you get me on my casual kids at home spring break attire today. So, but as Michael had mentioned, these rates do change daily. They're not variable. They are fixed rate options for the county. So it would be 100% fixed, but they do change from day to day, just like any other commodity. And so we did update electricity prices from the different suppliers, their offers right before this meeting. The position that the county is in currently is your contract ends next month. And so you are needing to do something here very quickly, because you definitely do not want to be on any kind of month-to-month variable rate, because it will be outrageously kind of high whenever you just float kind of from month to month there. So what our company did, we went out, we pulled your usage. You use a little over 1.5 million kilowatt hours a year. And then we went to numerous different suppliers and ran round after round after round of pricing. And we did that in order to create competition between the suppliers and make sure that the county is getting the best rate at the end of the day. The market has come up drastically over the past couple of years. We did see a good decrease within the past few months, but it now has kind of rebounded and is in the form of what we call a V-shaped recovery, meaning that it's come down to a point and then now it is climbing. So in speaking with Michael and the judge last week, the decision was to try to get this information in front of you all as soon as possible, because we were just concerned that the longer we wait leading up to next month, that the rates would continue to climb. So what you should have in front of you, 3 of the 4 suppliers came in before I had to send that over. The 4th one has come in, the one that shows pending across the bottom, TXU there. They are not lower than the lowest prices there on the page with MP2. So MP2 is a company that's owned by Shell Energy, based out of the Houston area, solid company. We do a lot of business with them as well, but our recommendations, I highlighted a couple of different terms on the page there, ranging from 36 months out to 60 months, feeling that would be in the best interest of the county, just because it would give you enough time, a few years, to be able to then put a strategy in place for kind of long-term electricity contracts and allow this market to hopefully figure out what the new kind of norm is post Winter Storm Uri and a number of events that we've seen over the past couple of years, but not too extremely long, meaning 60 months at the longest, just to not be able to tie up the county for too long and give you opportunities to hopefully buy on some future dips and contract at other times in the future.
Robert, I think the judge is trying to speak. He texted that we could hear him.
He's got a,
Go ahead, Judge.
yes to unmute.
You got the speaker, Robert?
He has it muted.
Okay. Hold on just a second. Can y'all hear me?
Sure,
An
there's an
echo.
echo.
Can you hear me now?
Yeah,
We can hear you.
Okay. Yes, this item was put on the agenda for by me actually, and of course we had to have a whole new meeting at 1:30 today. So this is one of the actions that I'm trying to take with our electric company, since our electric company our electric contract is ending in April, like the gentleman said. So I'm trying to take a proactive stance on it. I wasn't aware that the contract was going to be up until late last month. So we're kind of in a bind, so we don't get into that the pay as you go rate, because that'll be outrageous. So we were able to get in contact with Mr. Watson, and he's under the TIPS program. He was able to get the best rates available. The last contract that we had was at 0.0447, and it was going to go up 3 cents. So I try to take up swift action and quick action to try to get the best rate possible. And we had a meeting, myself, Mr. Guerra, and Cindy Garcia from the auditor's office. I think it was on Thursday or Friday. We had a meeting, and we actually had slightly better numbers on Friday. But since these rates are climbing or decreasing on a daily, well, actually every 15 minutes, as stated by Mr. Watson. So I think it'd behoove us to take quick and swift action today to get the best rates possible. I think, and Mr. Watson can chime in at any time, but I think if we wait till later on in the month or till next month, the rates may go higher. Am I correct there, Mr. Watson?
Yes, Judge. I mean, of course, we don't pretend to have a crystal ball. You know, we just look at kind of what the risks are that are out there in the market. And right now, based off of what we're seeing, it is definitely what looks to be like a V-shaped recovery, meaning we had hit a low and now it is climbing back up. So we looked at, actually on our Monday morning call with the company this morning, we looked at week over week prices, and it's done nothing but climb every week for the past 4 weeks in a row. So all indicators are showing that it probably is going to be higher in the coming weeks. Not saying that it absolutely will be, but that's at least what everything is showing us today. So you're correct in that statement. Our recommendation would be to move forward quickly and lock something in. Now, you know, the term length that you choose is, we made some recommendations, but of course, at the end of the day is 100% up to you. I will make some notes. You'll see on the proposal that was handed out to you, also some notes down next to the different supplier logos. The recommended supplier being MP2 Shell. You'll see 100% bandwidth on there. We wanted to make sure that moving forward, the county would be in a position. So if you do any energy efficiency projects or anything like that, you would never be penalized for your usage going up or down, which is fairly standard with a lot of suppliers. So we were able to negotiate not just, you know, some good rates between the suppliers, but also take into account good contract language and terms for the county as well.
and what does a 10% add or delete included mean?
So 10% add delete, that's about the maximum you can get without paying an extra premium for add delete. And what that refers to is the 100% bandwidth is your current meters that you have, that you're contracting. So it can move up or down, right? 10% add delete is you can add up to 10% additional meters in quantity of kilowatt hours. So if you use, I'll just use easier numbers, but 1 million kilowatt hours, you could add 100,000 kilowatt hours, more than what you've already contracted, or you could delete meters in the amount of 100,000 kilowatt hours. You have a good add and delete clause there, and it is net. So it's just one of the terms. Usually we see 3% is kind of standard in the industry for add delete clauses, but we like to try to push for the most you can get without paying an extra premium for it.
And the one that says credit approved as County of Jim Wells on the first one.
Correct. Yeah. So you'll be credit approved with any of these entities. It's just internally in their systems if you're credit approved or credit pending. But all of the suppliers will have no problem in approving credit for the county, obviously. So.
How long were we in the contract with the last one?
I believe your last contract was a 5-year contract, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah.
What's the rate that we paid today?
44.
What was that?
0.0447.
It's going up.
It went up a little bit.
Mhm.
It'll be 7.
In my opinion,
We stay with the same.
Go with
If we stay with the same company, the last numbers I got was a 3 cent increase.
yeah, in my opinion, I think we need to go with that
MP2.
MP Energy. Actually for 60 months. And hopefully that clause of delete would come into play at some point. Hopefully it's not an increase. Anyway, because rates can go up and down 10%, right? So hopefully
No, sir. I'm sorry. Let me clarify. You can add up to 10% more usage, meaning new meters. So if the county needed to add, a couple new guard lights or a building for, let's say, or a pump station or something like that, you can add. It gives you flexibility. It has not, the rate will be definitely
Rate would
fixed.
be the rate, right?
Yes, sir. Yes.
If we were to go
So-
with MP2,
So hold on. I think it would behoove us to go at least three to 4 years, at least. So whatever my commissioners there can make a motion on, it'd be great. But it'd be my recommendation to go at least 3 years.
So if we were to go 4 years, would the first 3 years be 0.58 and then the fourth year 0.59, or from the
No,
very
ma'am.
beginning?
No, the price, whichever, if you pick 4 years, it would be that stated rate for the whole 4 years. Or if you pick 5 years, it would be that rate for all 5 years.
So if I'm gathering that the prices keep going up, and we're saying 4 years, 5 years, and we see 0.05950 on MP2, but if you go to NG on 72 months, it's 0.05991.
That's a little too far.
Would that be too much of a difference?
No.
Because, I mean, and I'm just looking at what you're saying is it keeps going up. So where are we gonna end up? So would the 72 months be worth your investment? No? Okay, that's what I'm saying.
I think, in my opinion, I think 4 or 5 years would be the max that we need to
8
consider.
months will be good.
So then 5 would be the best one over here. 0.059,
Yeah,
50.
50.
Yeah, it's not very much of a difference, 4 or 5. But
Yeah,
actually 4 is a better,
5/10.
4 years,
for 5 years, yeah.
Okay.
Okay, so
5 years.
I'm gonna make a motion that we take action and contract MP2 for 4 years
At the rate.
at the rate of 0.05945,
I'll second.
and we authorize the county judge to enter into the contract.
Okay, there's a motion and a second. All in favor indicate by saying aye.
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 All opposed, same sign. Motion passes.
Commissioners, I thank you very much. Mr. Guerra, Miss Cindy, thank you all very much for being a part of the process. Mr. Watson, thank you for helping out Jim Wells County as swift as you did. We really appreciate you guys. Thank you so much.
Absolutely. Yes, sir. I'll be in touch very soon with that for your contract. Thank you.
Thank
Have a good day. Bye-bye.
Okay, thanks, everyone.
Okay, motion to adjourn.
I make a motion to adjourn the meeting.
There's a motion and a second. All in favor indicate by saying aye.
Aye.
All opposed, same sign. Okay, meeting's adjourned.